Many years ago, there lived a king. He had many beautiful daughters, and the youngest one was very lonely. And even the son was surprised to see her when he shined on her face. Near the king's castle lay a dark, gloomy forest. In the middle of the forest, there was a fountain. One day, the king's daughter went into the forest. When it was very hot, she sat down on the side of the cold fountain. Then she began to toss a golden ball in the air and catch it. It was a most interesting game to her. Once, however, the king's daughter failed to catch the golden ball. It fell on the ground and rolled on into the water. The princess followed it with her eyes, but soon it disappeared. Then water was very deep, and she could not to see the bottom. Then she cried aloud and began to weep. Soon she heard a voice. It said, "Why you are weeping, princess? Your tears can melt even the stones." She looked around and saw a frog. He was strange and his thick, ugly hand out of the water. "Oh, there you are, oh water haunter," she said. "I crying for the loss of my golden ball. It has fallen into the fountain." "Then weep no more," said the frog. "I can get it for you, but what will you give me if I fetch your plaything?" "Oh, I will give you anything, dear frog," she replied. What will you want? My dress, my Paris, and my jewels, or my golden crown?" "I don't want any of them," answered the frog. "Your clothes, your pears, and your jewels, or even your golden crown, are nothing to me. I want you to love me, and let me be your companion. I like to sit at your table, eat from your golden plate, and drink out of your cup, and sleep in your nice bed. If you promise me all this, I will dive down into the water and bring up your pretty golden ball." "Oh yes," she replied. "I will promise you anything, if only you bring back my ball." But she thought to herself that a silly frog like him couldn't be fit to associate with mankind. The frog believed the king's daughter. He dipped his hand under the water and dived to the bottom. After a while, he carried the ball to the surface and threw it onto the gas. When the king's daughter saw the beautiful ball, she was full of joy. She took it and ran away as fast as she could. "Wait, wait," cried a frog. "Take me with you. I can run as fast as you." But the young princess wouldn't listen. The frogs chunking. She ran to the place as fast as she could, and soon forgot the poor frog. So the frog returned to the fountain and remained there. The next day, however, when the princess was sitting with the king and eating out of her own little golden pan, she heard a strange noise on the marble steps outside. Then came a knock on the door, and voice cried, "Lovely princess, open the door for me." So she rose and went to the door. But when she could caught sight of the frog. She closed the door and set herself again at the table. She looked quite plain. When the king saw that his daughter was frightened, he said, "My child, what's at the door? Has a giant come to carry you away?" "Oh, no, father," she replied. "It's not giant, only a very ugly frog." "A frog? What can he want to with you, my daughter?" My dear father, I will tell you all about it. Yesterday, when I was playing with my golden ball by the fountain in the forest, it rolled into the water, and because I cried, the frog fetched it for me, and I promised him that he could come to the castle and be my companion. I thought he could not get out of the water to come to me, and now here he is." Just then came a second knock on the door, and the voice cried, King's daughter, open the door for me. You promised that I could be your companion when you sat in the shade and I fetched your ball from the bottom of the fountain." "Then, my daughter," said the king, "you must keep your promise. Go and let him in at once." So she had to go and open the door, and the frog hopped in after her. When she sat down, he cried, Take me out by you." She didn't want to take him out at first, but her father told her to left the frog onto the chair by her side. When he was placed on the chair, he jumped upon the table and said, "Now push your little golden pen near, and you will eat it together." The princess did as he told her, but everyone could see that she disliked it. At last he said, "I have eaten and drunk quite enough. I feel very tired, so now carry me upstairs into your little bedroom. Let's sleep together." When the princess heard this, she began to weep. She was really afraid of a cold frog. She couldn't even touch him, and now he wanted to sleep in her nearest beautiful little bed. But the king was displeased at her tears, and he said, "Don't despise the frog. He helped you when you were in trouble." Then she took up the frog with 2 fingers, carried him upstairs, and placed him in a corner of her room. In the evening, however, when the princess was in bed, the frog crawled out of his corner and said to her, "I'm very tired. Let me up and let me sleep in your bed, or I will tell your father." When the princess heard this, she got very angry. She seized the frog in her hand and threw him against the wall. She said, "You will be quit now. I hope you ugly frog." But as he fell, how surprised she was to see the frog, because the frog had changed into a handsome young prince with beautiful eyes. Afterward, the prince became her constant companion, and at last her father gave his consent to her marriage. The prince said to her, "I was changed into a frog by a wicked witch, so I had to leave the fountain. Only you could release me. No one else in the world had the power to do so." The young prince told her that when they were married, he would take her to his own kingdom. So on the wedding day, a swift carriage drove up to the door. It was drawn by 8 white horses. They had white feathers on their hands and golden hammers, and by the side of the carriage stood the prince, faithful steward Harry. This free feast for Harry had been very unhappy when his master was changed into a frog. He here almost burst with sorrow, so he fastened 3 iron bands round his heart. The carriage with the prince and his bridge quickly dropped away with Harry behind. Harry was full of joy because the spell on his master had been broken. Soon they heard a loud call. Now a prince knows nothing of iron band. Round his sir's heart. So he cried out, "Harry, is the carriage breaking?" "No, sir," he replied. "Only the iron bands round my heart, and breaking because I'm so happy to see my master traveling back to our kingdom with a beautiful bride." The prince and the princess never forget. Flawless Harry. The end.